Yes, it's your coach ADP again, and today I quickly want to explain to you the 2026 tax implementation and what it means for you and your business. So I will be doing it in two ways. The first way, I will explain what it means for your company. Then I will talk about what it means for your personal income. If you are earning salary or maybe you are into business, this is for you. Please watch to the end. Now, talking about tax, come 2026, you are aware that every one of us will be paying tax compulsorily, and you have to do that. But for you to do it effectively, there are things you need to put in place or you should know. Let me start by talking about your company. If you have a business, when I mean company, I mean maybe you are a small business owner. If you're a big business owner, this video is not really for you, because I believe you have an accountant, you have tax experts in your company that will do that job. But if you're a small business owner who does not have accountants or any tax experts, this is for you and it's very important. Please pay attention. You are aware that if you are not making more than 50 million in a year, by next year you will not be paying tax as a company. That is, if your turnover is not more than 50 million, you will not be paying tax. And what does this mean for your business? So let me give you an example. Say you are into a business where you make like 1 million naira every month. That is 12 million naira in a year. You are not going to pay tax. How is this calculated? And how do you get a good figure, an accurate figure for this? This is where the whole thing becomes complicated and many people are losing their sleep over it. Let me also use an example. Let's say you are into a business and you are making money every month. It is important to keep record, and it is important to keep that record in correlation with your business account, which means as a business owner now, you must have a business account compulsorily. If you cannot open an account with the established banks, you can go to fintech like Kuda, Money Points, OPay, and open an account with them. Or if you cannot open an account for your business, have a separate account where money goes to. So these are the things you should do. First and foremost, make sure that all payment as from January next year goes to your company account. Make sure, or that account that you have separated for your business, don't use your personal account to receive any money. Don't use your personal account to receive any money. So like I was saying, don't use your personal account to receive any money. Use a company account or an account that was separated for that business. So when you do this, make sure you also record what you are doing in a separate book. Call it a petty cash book, a account flow, whatever you want to call it. Have a separate book where you record your transactions and what you are doing. So let's break it down like this. So let's say, for example, now in the month of January, you make a sales of 10 million naira. That is your sales for month of January. And let's say you are into a business of maybe you are selling babies wears, for example, and your total turnover for the month of January is 10 million naira. You know, if that is captured as your revenue for that month, what do you need to do to work on your task? Number one, remember, for that 10 million, the cost of those goods are part of the 10 million naira. So let's begin to remove now. So let's say we remove the cost of those clothes that you sold from that 10 million naira. Let's say their cost is around maybe 6 million naira. So you remove 6 million, that is the cost price of those goods. You remove 6 million naira, you wrote it down that 6 million naira is the cost price of those goods from the market. From the remaining 4 million naira, let's assume you have maybe 2 or 3 people working with you. From the money, you pay them salary. Those people, from that 4 million naira, you pay those people salary. So let's go further. Let's say you use generator in your place of work. The cost of fueling, you are going to record it. It's also an expense you need to capture. Let's say you use data, maybe to advertise on social media, you have to use data. you have to write the cost of that data out as part of your expenses. Maybe you have a car and you use that car for that business. Remember, you are fueling the car. The money you use to buy that fuel must come from your company, not your personal money. Because you're using the car for that company, then you capture it as well in your business. Then maybe you are using another thing that you are doing that is coming from that business. Maybe you pay for advertisement on radio or on Facebook. It comes from that business, you deduct it. So let's say at the end of the day, after deducting all these things, you are left with, let's say maybe you are left with roughly 1 million naira, for example. And from that 1 million naira, you pay yourself salary as well. Now, what is left is the profit of that company, and that is what you will be working on when you want to pay your tax. I hope you understand this first. Now, from that profit, that is what at the end of the year you are going to file. Go to the tax office, the revenue office, and file it. Now, it's compulsory. You go there, whether you are liable to pay tax or not. Every year you must file your tax. It's compulsory as a company. Whether you are going to pay tax or not, you must go to the office, show them your book. You go there with your record book, with your account statement, and show it to them. Explain to them why you should not be paying tax if you are not making up to 50 million in a year. It doesn't matter whether you are making up to that or not. You must go and file your tax. So now, if after paying yourself salary, now why I say you should pay yourself salary is this, please. I want those of you that normally put money and into the account, to the company account, and spend anyhow, to stop that attitude come next year. You must put yourself on salary. Okay? Always pay yourself salary. Your salary might be maybe 30% or 40% of whatever you are making in the company. It depends on how you want it to be. That is about your company and tax. Now let's talk about you. If you are working in a corporate organization, I don't think you need this video much like that, because you don't really have a big issue when it comes to tax. Most of you, your company will work on your tax. They remove the tax before they even pay you. So your salary is after tax. They help you to do that. But in case you are not able to do that, note this. If you are making more than 800,000 naira as from 2026, you are going to pay tax. That is, if your salary is above 66,000 naira every month, you are liable to pay tax come next year, and your tax is just 15%. If you go to maybe a million or so, 2 million or so, you go to 20%. So the more you earn, the more your tax. But let me speak for those people that are earning above 66k. If your money is above 66,000 naira, you are going to pay tax, and that is above. It's already above 800,000 in a year. Now remember, the tax you are going to pay is on whatever extra comes on the 800,000. Do you understand? Your first 800,000 is not taxable. They are not going to tax your first 800k. That is, if you are earning 65,000 naira, for example, now in a month, you are not paying tax at all. If you are earning 80,000 naira in a month, the first 66,000 naira, you are not going to pay tax on it. But what is left after we remove the 66,000 naira is what you are going to pay 50% tax on. So let's say you earn 100,000 naira, for example, and we remove 66,000 naira from it. So if you miss it, that's like we have like 40k or 37,000 naira left. That 37,000 is what you are paying tax on, not the whole money. So on that time, you are paying 15% on that as from next year. So if you are a business owner now, if you are paying yourself salary, note that if your salary is above 66k that you paid into your own account, you are going to pay a tax of that come next year. In this same view now, you have to be careful how you use your account to receive money as from next year, because any money you receive and you cannot explain, you will pay tax on it. So if you miss it, that's like we have like 40k or 37,000 naira left. That 37,000 is what you are paying tax on, not the whole money. So on that time that you are paying 15% on that as from next year. So if you're a business owner now, if you are paying yourself salary, note that if your salary is above 66k that you paid into your own account, you are going to pay a tax of that come next year. In this same view now, you have to be careful how you use your account to receive money as from next year, because Any money you receive and you cannot explain, you will pay tax on it. And there is nothing you are going to do about it. So let's say, for example, somebody sent a lot of money to you and you cannot explain. You have to go to the tax office and explain the source of the money, what this money is meant for. Let me give you a good scenario. Let's say you have a friend in UK now, or in US, or in Canada, that is, you are helping to manage his project in Nigeria, and the guy is sending you money every month. You must be able to explain that money. And how do you do that? You must be able to explain all you use the money for, the business you use it to do, what you bought with the money, and everything. You must file it and take it to the tax office so that you will be cleared. If not, they will capture it as an income for you, and you are going to pay tax on it. And remember, it is not your money. So if money is sent to you, please make sure you are able to explain the source and the purpose of that money. If money is sent to you to do something, do it, record it, and let your account capture it, and be able to bring receipts to back up whatever you are saying. That is how serious this issue is. So I believe you understand now. So there's nothing to fear or nothing to be worried about as a company or as an individual come next year. Though personally I have issue with the tax, like I don't like it, but I'm just educating you what it means for you and your business come next year. Let me summarize. Remember, if you make less than 50 million turnover next year, you are not paying any tax. And I've explained how you can calculate whatever you are making in a year. If you are making more than that, you will pay tax. And I want to say this: if you are making more than 50 million as a company or as a business person, then you need an accountant in that business to handle your tax. But if you are not making up to that, nothing to worry about. As a person, if you are not making up to 800,000 in a month, in a year, you don't have to worry about it. That is, if you're not making 66,000 naira a month, you don't have anything to worry about. But if you are making more than that, you have to pay tax come next year. And remember, you must file your tax. Either you are liable to pay or not. It's very, very compulsory. See you again another time. My name remains the same, Coach ADP. Have a lovely day.